Hello and welcome to Ad Hoc Politics. I am Asher, and I wanted to hop on here and share my thoughts about the ongoing hostilities between the United States and Iran. All right, so this has been going on for about 3 days now. Bombed a bunch of shit, killed Khamenei. Um, Iran has retaliated. They've shot a bunch of missiles, blew up some shit, killed some people. There was a friendly fire incident. 3 United States jets were shot down over Kuwait. Friendly fire accident. That does tend to happen in these intense situations. But so what? What's the strategy here? That's what I want to talk about. What's the goal here? What's the plan? And to me, it seems like the plan was that yeah, we'll go in there, kill Khomeini, kill some other senior leaders, and then hope that the Iranian people, or at least the ones that are hostile to the regime, will rise up and topple the government and have a revolution. Seems like that was the plan. And let me tell you something, that's not a plan. That's hoping for a fucking miracle. And that is not a good way to fucking pursue international wars and goals, hoping for miracles. It doesn't work very often. So, yeah, they killed Khomeini. Okay, so Khomeini is an 83-year-old man. He's gonna die soon anyways. And by killing him, what have you done? Well, you've made him into a martyr. You've secured his legacy by killing him in this manner. And it's not like some Central American banana republic dictator that, he's a puppet master pulling all the strings. That is not how it's set up in Iran. He is the head of the Council of Islamic Jurists, the clerics that run the country, the theocracy. So guess what? Yeah, you killed him. Well, you have all these other clerics from the Islamic jurists to replace him. You got a whole wealth of successors. So I don't see the whole state just collapsing. I don't think that's how it's structured. These guys have been in power for 50 years. They're very well entrenched. And so just hoping that, because there was a bunch of protests last month, which, was severe. It was a severe protest against the government, but those were not revolutionaries. Those were average people out on the streets. Now, what you are asking for is average people to overthrow an authoritarian regime with all kinds of secret police apparatus and security apparatus, well armed, willing to pull the trigger. You're asking ordinary people to go out there and topple this regime, this firmly entrenched regime. That is a big ask, man. These people don't have weapons. They're not revolutionaries. Because it is a very authoritarian regime, that makes underground movements very dangerous and very, scarce. So I don't think these people were organized into revolutionary cells, at least not many of them. They're just average people out there protesting. So you want these average people to somehow go out there, risk their lives, procure weapons, and start a civil war inside the country? It's a big ask, man. That is a big ask. And it just seems unlikely that that's going to happen. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But so if it doesn't happen, what then? If the regime can survive this first body blow, where do we go from here? What next? There's no plan. The plan is just hoping for a miracle. What are you going to do? Invade them? We don't have the forces in the Middle East to do that. Hell, I don't know if we gathered all of our forces from all across the globe. Yeah, you could probably do it, but it'd be so unpopular for people back here at home. Nobody wants to have another fucking long, drawn out Middle Eastern fucking occupation. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the last thing people want. And Trump, he explicitly runs on an anti war platform. What the fuck? Explicitly saying, yeah, we're going to pull back from all these pointless interventions and these pointless wars. Focus on the United States. Focus on America first. Well, what the fuck happened? This is not America first. You kidding me? And so this is just a colossal miscalculations that could spiral out of control. And for what? Iran was not some imminent threat that was about to fucking nuke us. Yeah, we don't want them to get nuclear weapons. Absolutely. I can understand that. And from their perspective, I could see why they would want nuclear weapons. It's a classic security dilemma. But to come out and tell us that this was some imminent threat and that by attacking Iran, we're putting America first, bullshit. That is a fucking lie. No one's buying that. And so I think Trump walked into a trap here. I don't know what kind of pictures, what kind of blackmail the Israelis got on him, but it must be fucking good because he is marching to their tune. And it's just unnecessary. We're going to get all these people killed, expend all these resources, and for what? At the end of the day, if we don't topple this regime, this is going to make America look really fucking bad. Not only because they're pursuing these kind of tactics in their geopolitics, but also because it's going to look really weak. And how do you get out of this? How do you step out of the fucking fire now that you're in it? If they don't collapse, then you're going to have to try to cease hostilities, have some kind of resumption of negotiations, and you've severely weakened your negotiating position by playing your best card in your hand. Basically, the threat of force was the greatest negotiating strength of the United States in the negotiations over their nuclear program and just in general. So now that you've played that card, what do you have next? I guess you could do another attack, but it just seems like a mistake, and um, I think Trump's really fucked up on this one, and the people that elected him are not down for this fucking war. They wanted to get out of the Middle East. They wanted to put America first, and this is the exact opposite of that. It's escalating and more entrenchment, more interventions, more wars, more deaths, more wastes of money, less focus on America. It's just a fucking nightmare. Um, so that's kind of how I see it. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe the regime will collapse and, some kind of more progressive or friendly regime can replace it. And, I would love to see a more open and prosperous Iran. I'm not any fan of this regime by any stretch of the imagination. But is it really our place to go in there and fucking kill people, try to topple regimes, try to fix countries? Tried that a lot of times. It doesn't seem to work out very well. Anyways, I guess we'll see what happens. We're still in the early stages of this, so I could be wrong. Maybe this will be some kind of great victory, but to me, it doesn't seem like it's going to be. Seems like it's a fucking unmitigated fucking disaster. But anyways, that's how I see it, guys. Let me know how you see it. Love for you to all share your thoughts, but that's all I had, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.